Alright, here's my review on your refillable caulking tubes. Now the reason why I got this is because I'm doing drywall here, and I just want to ensure that I'm able to get drywall on every single corner, crack and hole before I do my final coating, because when you're just using your drywall spatula, you can leave a lot of voids. So I'm going to run my my mud through here and see how it works. Now my mud trying to put in here was a very messy process. Ensure that you leave some space for your cap. So you're going to fill your product up, and then you're going to take your cap, and the cap's just going to pop in there with this side facing out, and essentially you're just going to push your cap in, and sorry, I have one hand, but make sure you have enough room. I have about 1.5 inches space, so make sure you have enough room so when you push your cap in, it can press out. But yeah, I would say this is an ingenious idea. Now they say it's reusable. I can't, maybe, yeah, with some type of water-based product, but if you're going to be putting glues and other stuff in here, this is not reusable, because by the time you try to pull this cap back out, it's going to be all caked up in there. So I would say one-time use, definitely not reusable, unless you're using this for water-based products that can easily clean up. So after actually using this, it's a good thought, a good idea, but unless the company comes up with an easier way to remove the cap as you're pushing the caulking through, or whatever substrate whatever material you're using, it's a flawed design. Because I just filled mine up as you saw in the video, and it works great by getting all those corners filled in with spackle, so that I know that there's no gaps behind there. However, when you're trying to get this out to reuse it, I was just using clothes hanger, a metal clothes hanger, because your opening is extremely small. So it's not like you can unscrew this cap. Now, if they had a design where you can unscrew the tip, right, and have access to get a wider, like something as wide as this, to push it back out, it would be a great idea. However, you're limited to the size of what you can fit in the tip to push it back out, and you can't get in there unless you have some extremely long, thin needle pliers, which I don't even think they have them that long. So when you're trying to press, you're limited by pressing in this area, and when you press in this thin plastic, you can see how thin this plastic is. It just pokes a hole right through, and that's the issue I had. So a hole was poked right through the cap, and so deeming this a one-time use, non-reusable. So unless Red Devil reaches out to me with an explanation on a better methodology of utilizing this as it's marketed as a reusable caulking container, I'm going to have to give it a 1 star due to a design flaw. So little advice: if you want this to work, enable this cap to unscrew so that you can put a wider, something in wider to push this out so that you can actually reuse this cap, because you're limited 1/8 to maybe 1/4 inch thick, and even this bamboo chopstick, right, broke trying to push that piece of plastic back out. So great idea, bad design.